Welcome back to my YouTube channel and a brand new vlog. It's been a little bit since I've posted a new vlog, and as you can see, I've gotten my hair cut since then. Say hello to my new summer chop. I'm loving it so much. It's been quite a journey, a humbling journey, I should say, figuring out how to style it, but I've been getting the hang of it with each passing day, so we're doing it. I'm really excited for today's video because it is going to be an honest review of the brand Reformation. You probably have heard of them. They're a very popular, sustainable brand, and I feel like, especially during the summertime, like a lot of girls buy their dresses for like wedding guests or just like summer vacations, things like that. And I have been a Reformation customer for the last like 5 years. I really started shopping with them during the pandemic, and I really love their clothing. And I thought it'd be fun just kind of do like an honest review, what I love, things that I don't love. And then I also want to show you a few of my favorite summer pieces that I think are really just great pieces to have in your wardrobe. So let's get into it. Like I mentioned, I first started shopping with Reformation during the pandemic. Obviously, during that time, a lot of us weren't really shopping in stores, and I didn't have a Reformation store local to me in Scottsdale. So shopping online was the only viable option for me. And I was so excited when I made my first purchase. Reformation was a brand that I like really admired and I had pined after for several years because I'd seen so many girls like wearing their dresses during the summer and they just looked so effortless and chic. And I just wanted to be a Reformation girly so bad. I bought this really cute, like knit tank wrap dress in like a blush pink color, and I loved that dress so much, and it just felt so fun to like make that first purchase. And at the time I was like, oh my gosh, like this is probably like one of the few purchases I'm gonna make. But over the years, I have accumulated quite a collection of Reformation clothing. I probably have close to like 30 pieces in my closet now. Let's just say it's obvious that I became hooked and I haven't stopped shopping since. But really, like one of the reasons I appreciate Reformation is their sustainable approach to fashion. It's really rare to find brands that are taking a stance in this particular realm. And what I love about them is like every time I place an order at the bottom of my receipt, it shows the environmental impact that my order has. Let me actually pull up one of my recent orders so I can show you just what I mean. I saved 96 pounds of carbon dioxide and 9,500 gallons of water. And Reformation uses what they call like a ref scale. So for every garment that they produce and have on their website, they calculate the impact that each garment has on the environment in terms of how much water, energy, raw materials it uses, and how much like CO2 emissions that it has to produce that garment. And they also compare that to most clothes bought in the US. So it's really cool. Again, just the level of like detail that goes into their sustainability approach, how they're trying to be really cautious and mindful of the environmental impacts that making clothing has. And especially in today's environment where fast fashion is everywhere. I'm not a perfect consumer, right? Like I definitely do purchase items from other fast fashion sites like Mango, Abercrombie, Amazon, Target. Like there's more to name, but like the reason that I really enjoy being a Reformation customer is that I know that I'm having a positive impact on the environment by buying clothes through them. And one of their goals is to be fully circular by the year 2030. They have multiple kind of steps as part of this plan, which is to eliminate waste and pollution, to circulate products and materials, so keeping their items around for a long time, collecting textile waste every step of the way and turning that into new materials, and regenerate nature. So keep working in a way that's climate positive. There's definitely kind of more to all of this that they have on their website, which is really cool. And circularity is a very like complex process, and I don't know all the inner workings of it, but what I do know is that I appreciate Reformation's stance on this and how they've embedded this into their brand and just how they operate as a company. So, over the last 5 years that I've been shopping at Reformation, I've had some really great moments, like really great customer service interactions, but also a couple of like not so great ones. And I will get into that and explain what I mean. I've also obviously seen in the last 5 years pretty significant price increases, like that knit tank dress that I told you about, the very first dress that I bought at Reformation. I think when I bought it in 2020, it was like $98. I ended up buying it in a second color, maybe about like a year later, and I think it was like 128. So even just within a year, that same item that I bought had already gone up in price. And I can't do a comparison in today's pricing because they don't make the dress anymore. But I would say, even just as I, have browsed the site over the years, not even like, for purchases that I've made, but I'll notice like some of their kind of more elevated, like wedding guest dresses. Like I used to see those around the 150 to 175 range. Nowadays, like I feel like those dresses are at minimum like 220, 230, 250, sometimes even upwards of $300. So obviously I know that prices are always increasing, especially in today's climate. So I know that it's something that is not going to be going away, but it's just very interesting to see kind of some of the steeper kind of price increases with some of their items. So that is why when I am making purchases with them, I try to stick to pieces that I know I will wear for many years to come. I'm trying to stay away from more of the trendier items and stick to like more classic pieces that like I know I will have in my closet and wear for multiple years down the line. So now let's get into the not so great moments of being a Reformation customer. And there was one specific instance that really stood out to me, which happened last year. There was a top that I had on my wish list because my size was sold out and I was waiting for it to come back in stock. I got the back in stock notification and I was so excited. So I placed my order, had it shipped to my apartment. I got the delivery notification. I think it had shipped through like UPS, but it wasn't there. Like I looked around my door. There's really not a lot of hiding places outside my door at all. So I was like, this is so weird. Like, and I'd never had any sort of like shipping issues ever before with either Reformation or like any other company at the time. And so I waited like a day just to see, maybe it got delivered to like a wrong apartment or something. Maybe someone would like bring it to me, but still to no avail. This package was missing and had not shown up. So I emailed Reformation and I let them know what happened. I was like, I've never had any shipping issues. And like I had had multiple like previous Reformation orders shipped to my apartment as well with no problems. So this was like the very first time this had ever happened to me. And so I explained the situation and they were like, can you verify your shipping address? Can you, kind of the standard response, like, can you look around your porch to make sure it's not hiding somewhere, stuff like that. So I reassured them, like, yes, my address is correct. It's not anywhere outside my door. I've looked around some of my neighbors' doors too, but it's not there. And when they responded back to me, they kind of like put the blame on me, like, well, you need to make sure that like you live in a reliable area where you can receive packages. So like we'll go ahead and ship you a replacement, but if this happens again, like it's going to be on you and we're not going to like send stuff to you anymore. Which I was very surprised by that response. Like again, at this point I had been a customer with them for 4 years and you can look at my purchase history, like I had spent like a decent amount of money with them. And so the fact that they were like putting it on me as if I'm the one to blame or I'm in the wrong when literally it was a carrier issue. So again, it's not totally their fault, but I just thought it was kind of lame that they were trying to like place blame on me as the customer when literally I'm the one that didn't get my package that I paid for. So it was just a very odd scenario and it kind of instilled some fear in me because I knew that I still wanted to shop at Reformation. I still loved their clothes, but I felt like I had to, use some alternative shipping address in order to get my stuff delivered correctly, which I felt like shouldn't have been on me to do. So I ended up getting the replacement package. And oddly enough, like 2 weeks after I got my replacement package, the initial order that I never received randomly showed up at my door, which was so weird. I literally have no idea what happened. So I reached out to them and I was like, hey, turns out I ended up getting the second top, aka like the first one that I'd ordered. I want to send it back to you guys. And they were like, oh, great. Like, thanks for letting us know. So they like sent me a return label so that I could send the duplicate top back to them. But after that interaction, I kind of paused on buying stuff from Reformation for a bit just because I was kind of scared and I didn't want to have another issue come up where they could potentially like write me off as a customer essentially. So I waited several months before I placed another order with them. And by the time I was ready to place a new order with them, I did end up having it shipped to my apartment just because like the dust had settled a little bit and I also just kind of didn't want to like give into the fear and have things shipped somewhere else when I was like it's not my fault that like something didn't get delivered to me properly the first time. So I didn't have any issues after that, like one experience with the missing packages, except for a recent scenario that happened like about a month ago where I placed a big order for like some spring and summer stuff. I had a pair of pants in that order that didn't arrive. I reached out to them, and the second time around, they were like so nice. They were super understanding and they were apologizing, like, oh my gosh, I'm so sorry this happened. Like, what do you want to do? Like, do you want us to refund you and like cancel the item? Do you want us to like, send you a new one? So they were like super understanding and accommodating, which was really, really nice. And it made me just like feel better about like shopping with them and feeling like they were kind of in my corner and not placing blame on me as a customer. Anyway, so they've been really great since that, kind of one wonky interaction last year. And I know they've introduced like a friends with benefits rewards program for like customer loyalty, which I am a part of. So I don't know if that maybe had something to do with it. But anyway, I've had really great interactions with them since my little snafu last year. So now what I'd love to do is show you some of my favorite summer pieces. Some of them I bought last year, some are from this year. These are pieces that I've just been wearing on repeat during the summer, and I'm really excited to show you. First, I want to give you a better look at the skirt that I've been wearing for the majority of this video, but I actually got this skirt in the mail a few days ago. I had been eyeing it for so many months, and I finally decided to pull the trigger on it because I just love all the colors in it. It's just, got this really pretty butter yellow base with some of these like blue, purple, red pops throughout in the floral print. So I'm loving this skirt for summer, and I'm wearing it with the Muse crop top. This top is only $48, so it's definitely one of the more like reasonably priced items on their website. But I love the fit, and I've actually worn this several different ways this summer with like some tailored shorts, which I'll put on here in a second to show you. But I feel like it's just a really versatile top in this gorgeous like espresso brown color. I'm also obsessed with these nude sandals that I bought a couple of months ago. They literally go with everything. They're so comfy. And I love that the toe strap is gold, which kind of just adds like more of a dressed up element. So they feel kind of more of an elevated sandal that you can dress up or down. I have the same crop top on, but I wanted to show you these tailored shorts in this like nice cream color. I've been wearing these shorts a lot since I got them a few months ago. I feel like they are just such a classic silhouette, and they're so lightweight. The material is almost like a crepe fabric, so they're really soft. They kind of have like a subtle sheen to them. And I feel like, again, these can be dressed up or down. Like I've worn these casually with sneakers. You can wear them with sandals or with heels. I just love these shorts so much, and they're very versatile too. So I've got another top that I want to show you that I've been loving wearing with these. I am loving the polka dot trend this summer, and so when I saw this top on their website, I just had to go for it. I love the cute little like ruffly sleeve detail, and hopefully you can see up close to this little like bow detail right on the neckline. But I like that the polka dots, it's like a bigger pattern, a little bit more bold, and just kind of like a fun, playful twist on the polka dot pattern. So this is definitely a really cute summer top that I'm excited to wear with like the shorts or with jeans or skirts, like everything. This is another summer sandal that I love from Reformation, and it's a little dirty because I've been wearing them since last year, so they're a little bit old, but I still love them so much. They come in a few different colors as well. This linen skirt is a recent purchase, and I still have the tags on because I'm not 100% sure if I'm going to keep it yet, but I was really drawn to it because I love the button details going down the front. I think the flap pockets are really cute, and I like that it's just more of a kind of like a fitted like column silhouette. It has a little slit. Wait, does it? Oh yeah. I was like, what is going on here? It does have a slit in the back, except it's sewn shut right now. So that's why I was confused. But what's really cool is that with the buttons in the front, you can like keep them closed, you can undo them. So I undid them just to like show a little leg. Um, so yeah, I feel like this could be a really cute summer skirt. Linen has been my BFF, especially living in Scottsdale where it's like over 100 degrees every single day for like 3 months. And if you're not following along on my 100 Days of 100 Degrees outfit series on Instagram and TikTok, I would love for you to join me. It's been really fun waking up every day, hanging out with you, and putting a new outfit together every day to just kind of beat the summer heat. This top is one of my all-time favorites, and this is the top where I had that little delivery snafu last year, but it was so well worth it because I wear this top a lot and it's been one of my faves since last summer. So I wanted to style it with this linen skirt to see what it looks like. And I actually think this is super cute. This outfit makes me want to keep the skirt because I just love how it pairs together. But I love the top just because of all the fun like details that it has, like the little lace trim. It's got hook and eye closures up the front, so it feels kind of more like a corset style, but comfy. And it has this like stretchy smocked backing here. So, and the sleeves are just so precious. Like it feels very like Parisian chic. I'm getting provincial belle vibes with this top. So, one of my all time faves. And speaking of provincial, there is a dress that I want to try on for you that I also bought last summer that is just probably like my top all time favorite Reformation dress ever. This is the Balia linen dress, and she is perfect. Like, literally, I feel like a cottagecore princess every time I put this dress on. It's just such a flattering silhouette. She has pockets, which we all know we love a dress with pockets, even if we don't use them for anything. And I love that the waistline really cinches you in. It's not a corset, but it has seaming to give the illusion of like having a corset. And then you have this little like bustier top situation with a little bow, and it has a smocked back as well with the zipper. Super easy to get into on your own. And it's just such an effortless, chic summer dress to me. Like, I just want to go frolic in a field of lavender in Provence and just live my best life in this dress. So, um, if I could recommend any summer piece to invest in from Reformation, it would be this dress. And even though I bought it last year, it is one of their like core silhouettes and styles that they still have on the website. And I think they have it in a few different colorways too, if you're not loving the white. But oh my gosh, she is just a dream and I can't recommend her enough. I bought two dresses from Ref this summer, and this is one of them, this adorable blue and white stripe dress that has this halter neckline, the buttons down the front, and this kind of like dropped V waistline, which I think is so cute, so fun and different from anything else that I had in my closet, which is partly why I was able to justify it. But it just kind of gives like, I don't know, it feels a bit more retro inspired in terms of the silhouette. This dress just immediately makes me want to hop on a plane, go to Nantucket, go on a sailboat, eat a lobster roll, and just like smell the fragrant hydrangeas that are blooming everywhere. Like that is what this dress like gives to me. How adorable is this green gingham print? Like, I've been on such a gingham kick this summer. And ever since I did my color analysis, which I wrote a whole blog post on the experience and how it just totally revamped my summer style and like re-inspired me to explore colors that I hadn't worn before. I will leave the link to it in my description if you want to check it out. And if you've never done a color analysis before, but you're like thinking about it, I highly, highly recommend. But ever since I did that, I have really started to like use my color guide when I'm shopping for things to really like push me outside my comfort zone of neutrals and explore other colors. And this green is one of the colors that was within my color palette as part of A True Summer. So as soon as I saw this dress, I immediately fell in love. I just thought the silhouette was really cute, just very simple. But I feel like with accessories and a bag, you can really just kind of like dress it up and make it really fun. So I'm so happy I got this dress, and it's a very exciting addition to my ref wardrobe. Thank you so much for hanging out with me. I hope you enjoyed this honest review of Reformation. And with everything said and done, I really do enjoy being a customer. I love shopping with them. I love their clothing pieces. And I feel like every time they drop new merch, there's like at least one thing that I love. So, as you can tell, I became hooked after that very first purchase I made back in 2020. And I really have held on to all the pieces that I've purchased from them. Aside from the very first dress that I ordered because it got a little too small on me and I wasn't able to wear it anymore, but it found a new home thanks to Poshmark. I hope this video was helpful for you and just, some of my takeaways and thoughts after shopping with them for the last 5 years. But I'm excited for the next 5 years, especially with their goal of being circular by 2030. So that's going to be really exciting to see. I'm sure between now and the next 5 years, there will be many more pieces that I will love and want to add to my closet. So I hope you'll stick around for future vlogs and make sure you're following me over on Instagram and TikTok, where you can see a lot of my daily summer outfits where a lot of these pieces are featured. So thank you so much, and I will see you back here for the next video. Bye.